Okay.
Hello, I'm Greg Davis. I'm with Ilderton Conversions. We're going to take a few moments and walk through all the functions and features of the AmeriGroup Sprinter Med Van. Alright, so we've gone inside, and right here we have the cabin light switches, which operates the LED lighting over the exam table in the cabin area and also over the countertop area. So that's what these three switches here do. They just operate these lights, as you can see. This knob right here actually operates the outside speaker system. So this is the volume for the outside speaker system, and we'll talk about that a little bit later when we go back outside to do a walk around the van and show you what we need to talk about right there. But this is the Thor inverter on-off right here. This is how you turn on and off the inverter. This is your meters that actually you can read the voltage in the batteries and the power outlet coming out of the 110 outlets that are not only inside the van but outside as well. So any 110 use that you need, this control right here actually controls that inverter system to power these outlets. You also have a shoreline capability as well, where you can actually plug into another source of electricity and run it right in through the shoreline system, and it will override the inverter. So you're not actually combining the two and actually come up with too much power and blow out some of the electrical components or what have you. This is the controls for the Pro Air system that's inside the cabin here, the actual exam area. The engine of the van does have to be running to operate this system, and these are the controls. It's fairly simple, self-explanatory. Obviously, you've got a heat control and an AC control right here on this panel. It's going to show you a temperature readout here. This is how you set the temperature inside the cabin. Again, here's your AC and heat control switch, and your fan control is right here. So we're going to go from these controls. All your electronics are in this cabinetry right here, your inverter and such. Hopefully you won't need to be fooling with that. Our sound system is up here. This is how you control the sound. We have put some auxiliary jacks in this partition that enables a quick, you can actually put a TV monitor in here if you want to run a DVD or what have you. You can actually mount a television in here, plug into these jacks. You wouldn't need to take this panel off, plug in the wires in the back of this system that operate these jacks, and you can have the capability of running television. Again, you've got some more 110 outlets here and some speakers. Alright, so now we've moved over to the sink area. To use the sink, to be able to get water out of this faucet here, you have to have the pump turned on. This is the switch that operates the pump. So make sure you turn the pump on to actually get water coming out of that spigot. This is the only knob that will actually run the spigot because of the fact that we don't have hot water capability. All we have is cold water. So we're going to turn the switch on. You can turn and you got running water. You can wash your hands or your utensils or what have you. Make sure to turn the switch back off. And then we're going to come right over here to the refrigerator. This refrigerator will run off of the inverter or off the shoreline like we talked about earlier. It's a 110 refrigerator. So as long as you've got the inverter turned on or you've got the shoreline plugged in, this refrigerator functions and keeps your drinks cold or your snacks or what have you. We've talked about the sink, we've talked about the refrigerator, we've got the cove cabinets right here. It's very simple. It's just clear doors. It's obviously for storage. You got your garbage receptacle right here that you use it to dispose of gloves or what have you. And then your bottom cabinetry, obviously. There's just a simple latch system. Got some nice storage there. And then we're going to move right over to the exam table. It's basically a stock piece. We've modified it somewhat for the use in this van. It's got some locking systems to lock it against the wall during while you're working. I mean, you may need to pull it away from the wall. You can actually unlock these locks. It's on casters. You can pull it away from the wall, relock the casters, and that way it allows you the room to actually be able to utilize the stirrups that are incorporated into the exam table. So that's how we've kind of organized that system to work. There's a limited amount of space, obviously, in this unit, so we had to get a little creative on how we made this table work and the functionality of this confined space that we have in this unit. And we've got your basic stool that comes with the van as well. So from here, we're going to move outside and talk about the awning, the lift, and different features on the outside of the van. So we're going to talk about the UVL, which is the under vehicle lift, and how it operates. It's fairly simple. You have this pendant right here, which is your controls. You need to turn the switch to on. The green light's going to illuminate here, which means it has power. And then it's pretty much self-explanatory. You have all the function of these buttons here. You don't have to worry about this door button because we do not have an automatic door in this unit. So you just start by pushing down. You just hold the button in until it goes through the full range of its motion here, of its function. Okay, so it's ready for the patient to roll on board. Then we're going to push the up button. The gate's going to come up. Obviously a safety feature. And now we're ready for the patient to enter the van. Once you are ready to put the lift away, you just push the stow button on the pendant. Again, you just hold it through its full range of its cycle here. Typically, I believe they're a little faster, but battery may be a little bit low. Now, if you are to lose power to this unit, you can operate it manually in case of emergency situation, which you would turn this and you would pull this out. Basically, that allows you to pull open the lift like a drawer. You would take this handle, and it's got a slot to place the handle in to go in manual operation. You can just pump it like a normal jack, and it just builds hydraulic pressure. And again, that's a fail-safe system in case somehow you lose power to the board. All right, now that we've walked through all those features and functions, we're gonna go right here and show you this cable pull actually operates the dump tank for your disposable water that comes out of your sink. Goes into a wastewater holding tank underneath the van. This is the actual cable lever that dumps that system out. Comes right out of that pipe right there. We have, again, some 110 outlets out here for anything you might want to use outside. These are our speaker jacks for external use when you have your speakers outside. The red jack is for the colored wire on the speakers. So if you've got a blue wire, any colored wire would go into the red side, and the other wire obviously goes in to the other jack. So now we're going to grab the crank for the awning, and we're going to deploy the awning and show you how that works. Alright, so this is pretty basic operation. You can actually extend this crank handle out, which I've already done. And just hook it right into your awning. And just crank away. Get the awning out to a certain distance here. You can allow your crank to relax. Be careful not to skin the side of the van here. Grab it. You can pull the legs out. Lock them into place. You've got a wing nut here. You just let these, keep them loose so you can continue to deploy the awning on out. And when you get the awning out to its full deployment, you're gonna set these wing nuts and lock them in place. And I'll show you that in a minute. Got the legs locked in on the side. We're going to continue to deploy the awning. Okay, now I've reached what I call full deployment, and you can bring your legs up. Nutshell, that's how you deploy your awning. There's also a piece that goes into the center. But I'm gonna keep this piece in its plastic.